What's up, I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the GeChic On-Lap 2501M USB-powered monitor. Last year we reviewed its little brother, the GeChic On-Lap 1302, and we were pleased by its convenience and its portability as a USB-powered device. But GeChic decided to actually improve on that system by adding a lot of bells and whistles to this device, making it virtually usable by almost every electronic device out there. The result happens to be the 2501M. So is this the right monitor for you? Here's our review. The GeChic On-Lap 2501M we reviewed was anchored by a 15.6-inch LCD LED backlit display with a native resolution of 1366 by 768. It was powered by a USB 2.0 cable, and it came with a 9300 milliamp battery, as well as two 1-watt speakers and a screen cover. The system also came with multiple cable options for products as well, including an MHL, HDMI, VGA, and adapters for devices. Once again, the ease of installation of GeChic's monitor stood out to us with the 2501M. It was easy to essentially think of the monitor as a television, because all you had to do was plug a device into it, connect the USB cable, and turn the system on. Thanks to the inclusion of a number of cables and adapters, the 2501M can work with lots of electronic devices out there. That means that Xbox 360s and PS3s can be connected as easily as a computer. The 2501M even comes with an optional smartphone holder that had a magnet to hold your device in the lower right corner of the screen, and it can display content via MHL for phones with that functionality. As a result, you can essentially use this machine anywhere with almost anything, making it extremely versatile. Further extending the portability of the monitor is the inclusion of a 9300 milliamp battery, which helps you run the screen whenever you want it to be on. We noticed that the screen easily pulled down between 8 to 10 hours, which was fantastic for a portable display. But what was more impressive was the fact that the inclusion of a battery didn't seem to add a ton of weight or bulk to the incredibly slim screen. Another tweak that we were surprised and pleased by were the inclusion of speakers for the 2501M. Initially, we were concerned about how strong the pair of 1-watt speakers could be for the monitor, because we didn't know how strong they'd sound. It won't deafen you or drown out distractions, but it does come with loud, clear, and clean sound for movies, shows, and games, which is rather nice. Finally, we were thrilled to see the inclusion of a cover for the 2501M. One of our largest concerns about last year's model is that the monitor didn't have protection for the screen, so it could easily get damaged during transport. The cover not only prevents scratches or dents for the display, but it also acts as a stand and provides extra rigidity to the frame. Now, we did run into some issues with the 2501M, even though we were pleased with the performance of the display. For one thing, we hope that the screen angles have been improved from the previous generation of the monitor. Unfortunately, the angles are still weak, so unless you're staring at the monitor heads-on, you're not going to get a clear picture. But we will point out that if you're in the sweet spot of the monitor, the screen quality is just as good as that found from standard monitors out there. We also found that waking the monitor up from its standby mode seemed to take a bit longer than normal. We found that it was somewhere between 3 and 8 seconds to wake up the monitor, and that even this would vary from time to time. We weren't sure what the reason behind this was, but we could only guess that it was the monitor trying to determine which adapter was actively being used upon wake up. Another issue we had with the monitor was the smartphone holder. Although it was a good idea, it can be jostled and moved too freely to secure a smartphone via the magnetized section in the bottom left of the screen. If it had a stronger magnet, it would probably be a perfect addition, but for now, it's somewhat ineffective. Finally, and as strange as this might sound, the 2501M could almost be a bit too thin. Now that might sound a bit counterintuitive, but let us explain. Making something thin can actually cause a bit of bending and flexing in a product. And with the 2501M being a somewhat larger monitor, the screen can actually bend a lot more than you might like, especially during transit. As a result, you want to make sure that the system is packed at the top of the bag with something to protect it, or you might find inadvertent cracking or breaking along the frame or the display itself. The GeChic On-Lap 2501M is a nice improvement over last year's model, especially thanks to the screen cover that doubles as a stand, the addition of a battery that lets you use it while you're on the go, and the inclusion of speakers. All this comes in a slim and portable design that sells for around $250, which is really nice given its form and its function. Now, we weren't too thrilled about some of the features, like the lengthy wake-up time for the screen when it goes to sleep, the horrible screen angles, and the ineffective smartphone holder, but the positives of this display really outweigh the negatives. As a result, we decided to give the GeChic On-Lap 2501M USB-powered monitor a 4 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on devices like the GeChic On-Lap 2501, be sure to check out techbargains.com/monitors. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube, and to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.